Welcome to the Easton Grange, 196. Today is July 18th, 2022, and my name is Priscilla Almquist-Olsen. I am pleased to welcome two of the most important lions, Lioness Michelle McGee and Lion John Morgan. And we have a treat tonight for all of you out there. Michelle McGee has made a video of the Lions thrift store. And of course, we as Grangers have a very personal connection to that place. It's the Grange building that the thrift store takes place in. So we are partners with the Lions in the thrift store, and we appreciate all they do. So here is Michelle McGee. And Michelle will just briefly tell us what this video is all about.
All right, thank you, Priscilla. Yes, I'm Michelle McGee. I'm the Marketing Communications Chair for the Easton Lions Club. And Priscilla and I and our pal Ernie behind the camera were at the thrift store on Saturday, and we filmed some behind the scenes information, some setup, some time with customers there, and just we did about 30 minutes of taping all 3 floors, and we are very grateful for that building. It is a beautiful building. Not a Saturday goes by that somebody doesn't ask about the building or comment on how beautiful that building is. It is a beautiful building. So you'll get to see some things about how Lions do not waste. We do not waste space, we do not waste trash, we do recycling. So you'll see that that building is getting really good use and really good care. So I think you'll see a lot in the video.
Welcome to the Easton, Massachusetts Lions thrift store. My name is Priscilla Almquist-Olsen. I'm a producer at the Easton Community Access Television. And today is July 16th, 2022. And I'm very pleased to introduce Michelle McGee, who is the Communications Director for the Easton, Massachusetts Lions Club. And this is the historic Grange building, built in 1882. And the thrift store is so pleased to be able to use this wonderful facility, historic building, for their thrift store. So, Michelle, shall we go inside?
We shall. Would you like to take a tour? Come on in. Hi, as Priscilla said, I'm Michelle McGee, and I'm the Marketing Communications Chair for the Easton Lions Club. Welcome to the thrift store, which is housed at the Grange in Easton, Massachusetts. I have been a volunteer here for only about a year, and the Marketing Communications Chair for about a year as well. And this thrift store undergoes changes every single week. It's been here since 2008, and it's undergone a lot of changes. And we're just going to take a look around on our first floor right now, which is what we call our showroom. So I'm going to take you around, and we'll show you what we have right now. Things in the thrift store go very quickly. So what you see right now might be gone today. We are open today, 10 to 2, every Saturday, 10 to 2. So as you can see, when you first walk in the door, just recently we acquired a beautiful Victrola from a house clean out. So we do house clean outs, and we do have people who will come and pick up your merchandise for those house clean outs. All you have to do is go on our website, which is www.eastonlions.org, or email at info@eastonlions.org, and someone will get back to you about coming and picking up things if you have them to donate. Everything in the store is 100% donated, mostly from families in Easton or the surrounding area, and every single dime of the funds raised in the thrift store go to charity. So this beautiful Victrola came in last week. It is from 1904. It is actually pre-Victrola. It's marketed as a talking machine. And if you want to zoom in, this plate right here is part of the most important parts of the Victrola. It has the serial number, and we did trace it, and like I said, it is from 1904. Comes with original records. This case also came with it inside our records and storage. These are the little needles. I am not sure if it works, but it is a beautiful piece, and it is highly sought after. I'm surprised it hasn't sold yet. So if you want to come down our middle floor here, we have all kinds of different furniture, from very modern pieces to very antique pieces. There really is something for everyone here at the thrift store. Sometimes we get in beautiful old pieces. This is a Mansfield News and Foxborough Times from 1918. It's the Christmas edition. Beautiful. And people love things like that. Old books, antique furniture, furniture for remodeling, restoring, or repurposing. We have a wonderful customer here, a business in town, Paint, Rust, and Pixie Dust. They are a customer of ours. They redo furniture and they love to buy from the thrift. They like to support us, we like to support them. And also our prices are very, very reasonable. So it helps if it's something that you want to try something out on, like painting. So if you come around this corner here, you'll see we have a large selection of books. We mostly take hardcover books because we have so many donations of books. We have a special section right now called Summer Reads, as it is summer, great things for the beach. One of the missions of the Easton Lions Club and this thrift store is to help other organizations and charities as well. So when we do have a surplus of books, we supply the Adult Learning Center in Brockton with free books for people to have. A lot of the people at the Adult Learning Center, English is their second language, so any books are appreciated from them so that they can practice reading, and we give many boxes of books to them. We have a nice little sports section here of sports memorabilia. These things go pretty quickly. We had a whole bunch of Super Bowl footballs last week. We don't have them anymore. They were sold, but there are some baseballs here. And whenever we get in interesting sports memorabilia, this is where it goes, which I should say, it won't always be there. That's one of the things we do at the thrift a lot, is move things around. We find that, we get different furniture in, we need to use the space differently. And also sometimes just looking at it in a new light, people say, oh, that's so cool. And we say, that's been here for 6 months, but they didn't know it. Just recently we had a really old house clean out, and right now we have some beautiful antique pieces. This is an antique dough box. So this is used for making pies. You would roll the crust out on this. That's a beautiful piece. This is a beautiful piece as well. This is a secretary desk. It has a beautiful curved front.
The two sides of the door.
Oh, I didn't know that, Priscilla. See? Look at that. This is like a secret spot. So this is one of the cool things about the thrift store. Nobody here is an expert. Often people will come in and say, what does this do? We don't know. These are donations. And what Priscilla just told me, I did not know. I didn't know that these were little secret compartments. So, what is thrifting all about? It's about the find, right? So we have customers who come in every single Saturday because they don't know what they're going to find. So this dining room set only came in last week. This is another little bit of a challenge to the thrift store. A week ago, we had 2 dining room sets. Beautiful. One was an Ethan Allen cherry set. The other one had 8 chairs, upholstered chairs. And it's a week later, and they're gone. So sometimes we have 2 dining room sets, and we get a third one, and we say, where are we going to put it? Well, we just sell one. And so last week we had no dining room sets left, and now we have a beautiful one for sale. As you can see, plenty of lamps. We have this beautiful roll top desk here. Right now we have this digital camera. It's a Nikon for sale. So as you can see, it's a mix of antiques, old things, new things, a beautiful set of Life magazine. And this is another beautiful chest that came in last week. The antique glass case with the wooden pieces on it. So we have some instruments over here. We have some audio equipment, audio visual equipment. We have loads of CDs, DVDs, even cassette tapes, 8 tracks, VCR tapes. And we have people who come in every week and check out what we have. Right now, we have some delicious honeydew donuts. Honeydew Donuts is a great partner with the Lions Club. For the month of July, these are called Lions Donuts. And every donut that you buy in July at Honeydew Donuts, every Lion donut that you buy, 100% of the proceeds go to the Easton Lions Club, which means it goes back into the community and it goes back to local causes. So go get a Lions donut from Honeydew Donuts this month. Again, this is our frame room. We have all kinds of picture frames, pictures, artwork. We also, over here, we have a section of clocks, we have mirrors. So, and this is our door to our dungeon. We have a dungeon master who runs the basement downstairs. And so why don't we go ahead down and take a look down in the basement. This is the basement of the thrift store where you can find mostly outdoor items, tools, seasonal type items. Down this corridor here, you can see we have lots of children's bicycles, we have children's toys, many chairs to choose from, bed frames, headboards, footboards. Coming back a little bit further, you kind of coming into the sports collection area. We have helmets, balls, bats, bikes, wrestling equipment, cleats, golf items, golf shoes. There's some organizing things here for your yard or your garden. We have vacuum cleaners, humidifiers, upholstery cleaners. Back in the corner, we have a nice lawn and garden section with pots, flower pots, pots for outside. We have loads of curtain rods, tools, and different hardware. We often donate when we get a wheelchair or a walker. We often donate those to people in need or organizations in need. Here we have a lot of bike racks for sale. Over on this side, we have some air conditioners, fans. We have lawn chairs and lamps, lots of luggage, shutters, windows. If you're ever looking for a part to something, we might have it. We get in golf balls, baseball, softballs, hockey pucks. Lots of kids come up, they fill a whole bucket of balls, we'll charge them $1. They go out and practice their swing. We also have quite a few golf clubs, golf bags, clubs, different items for golfing. We also have a golf tournament coming up in September. The Easton Lions Club is having their 23rd annual golf tournament at the Easton Country Club on September 26th. If you're interested in either golfing or supporting the golf tournament, just go to our website, www.eastonlions.org. If you can remember it, /golf, and it will take you right to the brochure. So that's the basement. This is where our treasurer sits and does our cashing in and cashing out. We do take credit cards. In this room, we hand-pick certain items to display in this room. These are items that were generously donated and have some kind of special meaning or special value or just are unique. Sculptures and vases. We have some beautiful purses, this Kenneth Cole computer bag, things that have never been used or barely been used. Collectibles like Boyd's Bears, Lennox, Waterford, just an eclectic assortment of antiques, new items, candlesticks, brass or glass, some special jewelry, Wedgwood, Vera Bradley items, and some nice artwork. So this space that the Grange offers us is a very unique and beautiful space. People mention all the time how beautiful this building is, and it is. One of the things the Lions don't like to do is waste, and we don't waste space either. So we take advantage of every part of this building in order to resell items. Even this stairway, we keep it current. Right now we have beach items here, and I'm going to bring you up and you can come on up and see that we have a gardening section, and then we'll go up and see the third floor. So as you can see, there's our gardening section that I was talking about. We do use all the space in this building. We are very grateful to have the Grange, and we don't waste a single spot of space here. Also in this hallway, you'll see the many awards that the Easton Lions Club has earned. We were voted this year best website in our district, but in 2008, we were voted best club in the world. There are over 48,000 clubs in the world, and the Easton Lions Club was the one club voted best club in the world in 2008. Nancy Sullivan was our president, and in 2008 something special really started, and it was this thrift store. In 2008 we had a member who was a longtime member of the Lions, and you can see his jacket is hanging here in our thrift store. He was a Lion, a JC, and he was also a Grange member. Back in 2008, there were only 3 members of the Grange, and there was a bill for this building at about $1,000, and the members could not afford to pay that. So those members mentioned that to Avery Lee Williams, who had the bright idea of turning the Grange, this building, into a thrift store. So it's been around for 14 years, thanks to Lee Avery Williams and Don Tuck. They were founders and creators of this establishment. That's his jacket. He passed away this past fall. Lee Williams, he was a very special person. This is John Mallers. I mentioned earlier that we do house cleanouts, and John is a very dedicated, loyal, and selfless member of this club who will go out and clean out houses and bring them here throughout the week or during the weekend. I'll stand with you, John. Okay. And we are very proud to be in this club, and John is a super hard worker here. That's another thing that I should say, is that every single person in this store is a volunteer. It's always interesting when people come up to me and say, "Do you work here?" I say, "I volunteer here." This store, 100% of the proceeds from this store go to charity, your local community, and local causes that we all care about. And it's thanks to the members of this club. We just recently inducted 2 new members. We have 172 members as of today. We have about 15 dedicated, loyal volunteers who run this store every single Saturday from 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. So here we are on the 3rd floor. This is the last floor of the building, and I happened to run into our immediate past president, Andrew Parker. And he's going to show you what some of the things are like before the thrift opens.
I'm going to show you the most important thing that happens before the thrift store opens. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
All right. This is where the magic happens back here. We call this the stage. And
this is the most important function I do every week. Trash out.
There's a lot of trash that gets generated at the thrift store, and all day long we have things going out to be recycled, out to our dumpster, out to be sold. Things coming in, things going out.
Oh, this is Ruthie's loft up here. This is where Ruthie Calvin spent most of her time.
We call this Ruthie stage. This is where all our merchandise comes in that you generously donate. It moves over here to this pricing area where we have volunteers doing the pricing. And we separate these things out if they can't be used. We recycle scrap metal. We collect Beanie Babies for the Senior Santa in December, and so any Beanie Babies we get go to that cause. We separate out merchandise for holidays, which goes in our attic until we need them. This is the Beanie Baby bin. We save things for our golf tournament, our holiday festival. These are the baskets that you'll see at the holiday festival, filled with different raffle items. We do not waste. We save hangers and plastic containers. Once it's all priced here, it goes to this side of the stage, and our ladies go and put them out on the floor, and that's what we're going to show you next. We'll start right here. The entrance is over there. This is all of our clothes, which we keep totally current, try to keep up with the season, try to make sure that we don't have an overload of shirts and no pants. We keep a nice variety. We have recently sectioned this area off. It used to be just items everywhere. Now we have sections. So if you're looking for something that has to do with a candle, we have candle items here. We have ties. This is our baby section. Lots and lots of designer baby clothes that have never been used over here. This is our toy section. The kids come in, they come right back here. We take donations of everything and we sell everything. We have board games down this aisle or adult games like poker, things like that. All kinds of things for your bathroom. We have hair dryers, things for the shower, things for traveling. Scales, this is our glass section, which is sectioned off beer pilsners, beer steins. We have candy dishes, fruit bowls, champagne glasses, ice cream glasses, juice glasses, drinking glasses, all kinds of plates, platters. This section has all the things you would need to have a cheese board. Dessert dishes. And if you want to take a peek in here, this is our household area. We have lamps and clocks, organizational items. We have things for your desk, pencil sharpeners, 3-ring binders. Before you go back to school shopping, stop here. Bet you can get all the notebooks you need for $1. We've got some cameras over there. We have beautiful tablecloths, placemats, bedspreads, sheets, pillows, all kinds of things, blankets, throws, quilts, in all sizes that are clearly marked. We are doing a featured item of the week. This week it is a brawn juicer. This is something that comes in that's brand new and never been used. So it's very highly discounted and it's a featured item of the week. We are also doing a raffle every week. So every week we have something that you can take a chance on winning. The way it works is the tickets are $1, or for every $10 you spend at the thrift store, you get a free raffle ticket. So on both sides, we have beautiful displays of different items, vases and things like that. We have a lot of milk glass, Japanese tea set. This whole area over here is teacups and coffee mugs, soup bowls. Down the bottom here, we have a vintage section. All of these things are vintage items. We have an old meat grinder. These bottles, they're very old. The iron. We keep a nice little vintage section. This section in the middle, as you can see, is jewelry. On one side is men's shoes and children's shoes. On the other side is women's shoes. We have pocketbooks, purses, wallets, scarves, belts. So we have some milk glass here, some vintage bottles here, a wine section, wine glasses, margarita glasses, Irish coffee glasses, cordial glasses, plenty of glasses. Speaking of glasses, the Lions Club main cause is sight, and we support the Lions Eye Research Foundation. A lot of our proceeds go to the Lions Eye Research Foundation. We were just recently awarded a Keystone Award from MLERF, which is the Massachusetts Lions Eye Research. We have given $500,000 to eye research, this club. Just this past year, we gave over $50,000 just in 1 year. The reason I mention it because of glasses is because we also collect glasses, prescription glasses, that you are no longer using. Those glasses are collected by clubs, and then they are washed, cleaned, and packaged up by volunteers. A lot of times there are Leos, which is a club at the high school for mini lions. We work with those Leos and they do a lot of our eyeglass washing. This past year, over 300,000 glasses were sent to Africa, Ukraine, and a whole bunch of other countries where they are able to do an eye screening for the individual and give them a pair of prescription glasses that matches their eye screening. Also, we have an iMobile, which will be here in the town of Easton in the month of October. And when we have that date, we will put it on our website. You can come get a free eye screening at the iMobile. So we do collect those glasses and you can bring them in. All of these things can be found on our website. It's www.eastonlions.org, and you can find out all the information you need, whether it's on the holiday festival, the golf tournament, eyeglass recycling. You can also join our newsletter. Just let us know that you want to be on that newsletter. You can email info@eastonlions.org. So this is the craft area. We have all kinds of things if you want to just start trying out a craft. This is a great place to come if you're unsure about something that you want to try. While we were in the basement, I mentioned that about the golf clubs. If you want to try golfing and you don't want to invest in a huge brand new set of golf clubs, we have plenty of those. If you want to try out knitting, crocheting, cross stitching, jewelry making, we have all kinds of things like that that you can play around with, and they're very inexpensively priced. Lots more garden items here. And then down this aisle, we have tons of dishware. We have plates and platters, bowls, serving things. So you'll see we have a really cool pet section right here, which everybody loves because everybody loves their pets. And then these sections over here we have put into categories. So if you're looking for something specific that has to do with New England sports, or you want a trinket box or a bell, you can find these things together. Things that have to do with family or home, the beach. This is an area for clowns and flowers. We change out these end caps quite frequently. This, about a week ago, this had a whole bunch of things on it for a lobster party. It has changed out to this fiesta area. We have salt and pepper shakers. This aisle is extremely popular. It has lots of Pyrex. People love Pyrex. Lots of utensils. And we're wrapping up here in the front of the store. We are back to the entrance. And this is where we have our appliances. Crock pots, popcorn machines, choppers, coffee pots. Lots and lots of bakeware, pots and pans. Just 2 bins of pot lids. Maybe you're missing your pot lid, or it was glass and it broke. Bet you can find one here. Bread makers, microwaves, toaster ovens, toasters. This place is filled with baskets. We keep them up high, and that's a huge seller in this store.
Easton Lions were incorporated in 1931. This is our charter. This is what was given to us by the Lions International, and it recognizes us as an official Lions Club, and it has the names of all of the incorporators of the time, some of the leading citizens of Easton back in 1931. We don't really have a home per se, so we use this as kind of our home museum. That's probably the most important document we have.
All right, so Andrew, tell us about the pin.
Oh, the pin. So as a recognition of the club's length of time that we've been around, we had pins being up last year. The iconic shovel, which is obviously part of Easton's history. This is the plaque that was given to us, a presentation awarding us the best club of the year, 2008, when Nancy Sullivan was our president.
So there are over 48,000 clubs in the world, and this club in Easton, Massachusetts was voted best club in the world.
Most things in this building are for sale. This is not one of them.
I wanted to introduce you to our dungeon master. We did a tour of the basement earlier, and this is Jim Baker, and he has been head of the basement for
4 years.
4 years. So I am here with the thrift store chair, Mark Ingalls, and he's going to talk a little bit about what goes on in the donation process and what we call our flash sale.
Every Saturday we are open from 10 to 2. We take donations from 10 to 1. And when those donations come in, a lot of those donations we end up putting out here. We call it our flash yard sale. And typically it gets a lot of interest. We have a number of regulars that are very interested to see the newest, freshest merchandise that comes in here. Some of the items are ultimately going to end up inside, where they'll get either further priced or sold there. But our objective is to try to turn over merchandise as quickly as possible, so that we can continue to take on more merchandise.
Hey there, we're back on the 3rd floor where our volunteers have started arriving. This is Sherry Anderson and Becca Donahue, and they both are here every single week and sometimes during the week to get things going in the thrift. So we just wanted to ask, what is it about the thrift store that you love? Why do you like volunteering here? And what does it do for you personally, but also the community? Go ahead, Sherry.
Okay. Well, I was just looking for a way to connect with people in my community. Maybe people that weren't the same people I was seeing every single day. And I started working here, and there's a whole group of regulars who come in. I love them. We get to know them. I know what they're looking for. So, there's this man who loves Native American art, so I'm always looking for it, and if I find it, I pull it aside for him. So it's just kind of fun getting to know people and serving them in these little ways. The little conversations we have, we get to know people. I love that.
How about you, Becca?
Kind of very similar. I love meeting all the people. This was actually a cool way I got to really get to know my mother-in-law, because she was a lion before I was a lion.
Who's your mother-in-law?
My mother-in-law is Tina Souza.
Who is this year's first vice president?
Yay. Cool for her. So this was a way we connected, and I got to be here because we both love thrifting and all the fun treasures that you find in a space like this. So I loved getting to be part of it in a way with other people and bringing it to the community and meeting all the cute other lions, and that's how I became a lion.
And you did something pretty cool today. We have a volunteer here today who isn't a lion. You do not have to be a lion to volunteer at the thrift store. We often have Leos come out, or Boy Scouts. You can earn community service hours here. Sometimes Leos volunteer here, or different people in the community. So we're pretty
I
lucky.
volunteered a long time before I was officially
You're a
lion.
brand new lion.
Yeah.
Yes. So thanks for coming in today. It's good to see everybody, and we hope to see you actually here. Thank you.
Welcome back. Tonight at the Grange in Easton, we have the pleasure of hearing from two lions, Michelle McGee, who made the video that you've just seen on the Lions Thrift Store, which is held in the Grange building, and John Morgan, who is an active and dedicated lion. So welcome to both of you, and let's hear a little bit about what, John, what you have to offer tonight.
Thanks so very much. We appreciate the audience this evening. Thank you for inviting us. We're very pleased and proud to be here, sharing with you a little bit of insight as to the Lions side of this in partnership that we enjoy with Easton Grange. You should be very proud of what's been accomplished by this blend of energies and synergies that has become the thrift store. Think back a little bit about what was the genesis of the thrift store. What was the purpose of it? Why was the thrift store brought into being, and how did it come about? To help explain that, it helps to know that the purpose of the Lions is to serve. Since Helen Keller asked the Chicago Businessmen's Association in 1912 to be her Knights for the Blind, we've adopted a motto of being a service organization. We're the world's largest service organization, with 1.8 million members in 480,000 clubs around the world. And we accomplish our mission through doing charitable acts. Different clubs have different focuses. Here at Easton, because of the size of our club, because of the support we get from the community, we're able to accomplish quite a bit. So the reason that the thrift store is existing is because an opportunity met a need. That opportunity came about when a group of Lions back in about 2008 came to the understanding that there was a need in Easton for a thrift store. It's about the same time that our Lions Club came to the understanding there was need for a food pantry in the town of Easton as well. Something else we're very proud to have been part of the development of. So several Lions members and a couple of Grange members had a hand in bringing this into existence. We knew the concept of a thrift store was successful. We've seen it with other Lions clubs around the country. We knew there was a need in this community to provide good items at a reduced rate for our citizens and for the people in the community. So the ability to bring that thrift store to existence is absolutely an extension of our commitment to serve. What we lacked was goods and a venue. Well, the goods came along. The goods came along because of the generosity of townspeople who might be cleaning out a home for a past loved one, or might have some surplus things that they didn't need. So they approached Lee Williams and Don Tuck, and we cobbled that with an idea that the Grange had already had in practice, and that was the occasional potluck supper and yard sales that the Grange was conducting on their premises. And by taking those two items and blending their synergies, it helped plant the seed that has become today's thrift store. The opportunity was goods coming in through donation and a lovely place to put them for sale in the market. We looked for a couple of different venues, and really in about 2010, we found fertile ground with the Grange. Probably people around the table here remember that there was a juggling act that took place when we would open up the thrift on Wednesdays and Saturdays, had to clear out space in the first floor. Mr. Hands was there many a time, moving things here and there to make room for thrift items to come in and sell. And the popularity of the thrift grew and grew. And the ability of the revenues from that to be shared between our organizations helped it grow even faster. It brought value to the thrift, to the Grange, who has become one of the largest recipients of revenues from the thrift, in that it helped provide electrical improvements, plumbing improvements, heating improvements, a new roof, windows, a lovely handicapped access bathroom. For the Lions Club, it has become our #1 source of revenue as a club, and we're extremely thankful for that. The funds that come into that, just like every other penny we raise from our community, 100% of it goes back into our charitable works. One of the reasons I'm so very proud to be a member of the Easton Lions. And there's no overhead that's paid out of funds that come in through solicitations, through operations like our thrift store. So we take that money and we donate it right back into our community through our fund screening process. Anyone can apply. We screen many dozens of applications throughout the year, and then allocate funds through a committee process that helps us keep to our mantra of serving our community and prioritizing the allocation of those funds predicated on need and the largest number of people who benefited from it. So that's how the money comes in, and that's where the money goes and how that's described. But let's talk for a moment about the larger impact of the thrift. It exists because it's feeding an unmet need. I had an opportunity about 18 years ago to listen to Denise Papagno, who was then with the Easton Police Department, talk to us about the HUGS program, Help Us Get Safe. And she was a speaker at a Lions Club meeting and spoke about needs in Easton where families in stressful situations needed quick access to a safe place to stay and to be secure from harm. It surprised me that that need existed in the community of Easton. Very soon after that, we heard about families in the community that we live in who were sleeping on the floor, who didn't have clean clothes, who didn't have a place to have a meal in their living arrangements. So as with so many things, a variety of impetuses come in to create an opportunity to spark the existence of something very special. So when you look back about the genesis of this thrift store, the input it had from Grange members, the observations from Lions members, the expressed need of leaders in our community that this type of service was needed, it should make you very proud to know that you're having a big contribution to this wonderful organization of the thrift store that exists because of this symbiotic marriage between the Easton Grange and the Easton Lions to bring valued services to our community. We appreciate you very, very much.
Thank you.
John, that was a wonderful, wonderful presentation.
Thanks so much.
We thank you. Now, Michelle, you have a turn. I know you were the star of the video, and you spoke for 29 minutes, but we'd like to hear a few words from you in person.
Okay.
What would you like to say?
You know, first of all, the first thing I'd like to say is congratulations to Joan Lundgren, who bought both the dough box and the desk, and congratulations to Priscilla Quist-Osten, who bought the featured item of the week. So these things work, right? The thrift, the one place that we did not go, and Priscilla was so disappointed that we forgot, we do have a holiday room, so you do want to come up to the 3rd floor and check out the holiday room. It is a very special spot. We also miss the children's book cove up there, which sometimes the kids just come straight up. There's a bench there. They sit, they read, and pick out some books while their parents shop. So we did miss that part of the thrift store, so I did want to mention that. I also wanted to mention that I did mention in the video about the eyeglasses and mentioned the Adult Learning Center is so grateful for the books that we send over there. But there are about a dozen organizations that we do this with. We supply any extra towels, blankets, anything like that goes straight to the pet shelters in town. We recycle scrap metal. We recycle cardboard. Nothing in that building goes to waste. We send a significant amount of items to St. Vincent de Paul. We send items to My Brother's Keeper. We have connections with our Veterans Affairs Officer, Corey Ahonen. When a veteran is in need, we make sure that we fill that need. There are, as I said, at least a dozen, if not more, unwritten, unsung things that that we send these things out to. You will see our dumpster, and those things really, truly are dumpster worthy. But other than that, everything that we have in that store, if we can't seem to move it, we do find a good home for it. So I think that's a really important part.
Yes, it is. And I have to mention that there are some very good finds even in the dumpster. So,
shall we tell them about that?
So please check out the dumpster.
Yes, be careful, but yes.
Well, thank you both, John, for
Proud to be
your
here.
magnificent historical rendition of how the Lions organization has connected with all these needs in our community. So we appreciate that. And Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the 3.5 hours that we spent editing this film.
Do you want us to take questions?
Huh?
Do you want us to take questions, or are you good?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Are there any questions anybody has?
Oh, surely there's a question out here.
I have one. Where do you bring the glasses to donate? To the thrift store?
When you enter the building into the foyer, there are 2 receptacles for glasses, and we have some people who will literally bring in a bag of glasses, and we've got a place in the back room by where the picture frames are that we collect those. And then about once a quarter, we put our teams together to clean those and distribute them. They're collected centrally. Each state has broken into different groups of Lions organizations. We've got 5 districts in the state. We all get together quarterly, pool our glasses, and then International helps distribute them globally.
We also have different locations throughout town. If you go on our website and go onto the eyeglasses locations, Amos Kedem sets up all kinds of bins around town. I believe there's one at Shaw's. At the Holiday Festival, we do Trees for Sight. Pete Rust and Pixie Dust has a tree. Auntie Zaza's has a tree. So at Christmas time, we do a major push for donations of glasses, and you can find those, as I said, like Shaw's and a couple other places around town.
Or just give them to a Lion.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
And what's interesting is that we have quite a number of Lions who are now Grange members. And
I think a show of hands would be beneficial there, don't you think?
yes, okay.
Dual members.
Dual
Look at
member.
that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so that's great. Well, thank you so much, both of you.
Our pleasure.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
all that you do. We appreciate the information. And those of you who are interested in serving, remember, you can join the Lions Club too. So go online and see what you see if you like it, see if there's a place for you, and apply.
I think Priscilla's applying right now.
I think she is. And as was mentioned in the video, you need not be a member to come down and volunteer.
Or shop. Or shop.
Okay, so that's it for Monday, July 18th, 2022. We appreciate your viewing of our program tonight. Please tune in on the third Monday of every month, except January and February, for other very interesting and entertaining programs. Until then, be well.